Hey guys, Xaryu here, and a couple of you in the last video pointed out that the 7.1.5 patch changes that I did were only additive to the previous patch changes from another build. So all the changes I looked at are in effect, but it doesn't cover all of the changes that are going to be in effect. So these are the changes that I didn't look at yesterday, so I just decided to make a part 2 of this video and look at all of the rest of the 7.1.5 changes, I think. Hopefully this is all of them. But here we go, starting from the top here, I'm only going to be looking at frost changes like in the last video. Ebon Bolt now deals 1100% of the spell power instead of 900%, so a significant damage increase. And instead of giving you Fingers of Frost, it gives you Brain Freeze, which is that flurry, which is crazy because flurry does like, what, 25% of someone's life. And then if you stack that with an Ebon Bolt into an immediate flurry, that's all of a sudden a ton of burst. Whereas before, it's a 900% spell power burst into a Fingers of Frost, which is like a 150k Ice Lance. So this all of a sudden is like doubling the damage of Ebon Bolt just because it causes that Brain Freeze that you can count on to burst with after your Ebon Bolt. So that's actually a huge buff. Here it still says the Ice Block's 5 minutes, so that's now changed to 4 minutes. As we scroll down here a little bit, going over a bunch of talents, this is the Frigid Winds that we looked at yesterday. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link down in the description where I go over all of these changes. But here, Glacial Spike, this is being buffed from 750% spell power to 1000% spell power, so significantly stronger here on the Glacial Spike. Do I like that? I don't know. They also are nerfing Frostbolt, I believe, so they're nerfing Frostbolt, buffing Glacial. What that means is you're going to have less consistent pressure, more burst damage, which is scary to me. Very scary to me, because right now Mage's burst damage is really high, but they just do nothing in the meantime. I would like to see that, counteracted with more Ice Lance damage, more Flurry damage, more Flurry procs, more Frostbolt damage, and nerfing Glacial Spike, actually. I would like a nerf there, but they're doing the opposite. So we're going to see how that plays out. Hopefully it's good. So here's the Ice Flows. They're changing the row that it's actually on. I'm pretty sure that's all from here. Burst of Cold is going to 250%, and that's because Cone of Cold is actually getting a buff, so I think that'll probably equalize out. You don't use Burst of Cold anyway. Deep Shatter, this is all just tooltip fixing. It's already 150%. Ice Form is already 60 seconds, and I'm not sure what's going on here with Temp Shield. I don't think it's actually 0 seconds. It's still 4. So all of this is just already in the game, pretty much. It's just fixing the tooltips that haven't been fixed yet. Okay, so as we scroll down, Cold Snap is going to be reintroduced. I think it's in now 5 minutes instead of 6, but these are the previous spell changes that are in. Cone of Cold is getting a spell power buff, so it's going to do like double the amount of damage, but that Cone of Cold nerf up here from Burst of Cold is going back down. Okay, so your Cone of Cold is actually going to do more damage, and if you're going with the slow talent, it's actually going to slow them by 85%, which is kind of crazy. Cone of Cold is going to be insane. Plus, it's going to be reset by Cold Snap, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be reset by Cold Snap. So, pretty cool there. Alright, so Fingers of Frost. I'm not even going to go over this one because I already went over this in the last video. It changed again. But Frostbolt, so it's going from 210% spell power to 195% spell power. So Frostbolt's actually getting a nerf, which also, yeah, surprises me. So Frostbolt's getting a nerf. Glacial Spike's getting a buff, but Frostbolt getting a nerf nerfs Glacial Spike because, the Frostbolts make the Glacial Spike with the icicles. So all in all, Glacial Spike is going to be maybe just a little bit stronger, and Frostbolt's going to be a little bit weaker. So we'll see how that plays out. Here's the Ice Barrier change. We also went over this yesterday. Reduces melee attacks movement speed by 50%, 30-second cooldown, 30-second absorb, pretty basic here. And Ice Lance is actually getting a huge buff, so from about 90% spell power here up to 120% spell power. So that's actually a pretty significant damage buff. So that's why a lot of people are saying maybe there's going to be an Ice Lance build that becomes prevalent. I mean, after looking at the talents, I still don't really see that as becoming a very good build, unless Ice Lance is doing a lot more damage than I anticipate. If Ice Lance is doing, 350k, 400k damage each, and you can maybe do a build where you place your orb and spam, 3, 4, 5 Ice Lances, because that's a lot of burst and it's all instant cast. But if it's only doing, 280k, 250k, 230k each, it's not going to be that strong. So we're going to see actually on the damage numbers, but I'm thinking the Icelands build still won't be as good as the Deep Shatter Ice Form build, but we'll have to see when the patch goes live. But here's pretty much all of the talents. Thank you so much to you guys pointing out in the comment section that I didn't review all of the changes from 7.1.5 yesterday because I do want to keep you guys as up to date as possible on this kind of stuff. And you guys are actually keeping me up to date as well, so thank you for that. So here are all the changes, guys. I hope you liked the video. Those are my thoughts on the changes to Frost Mage. I'm really excited about the 7-bolt change here, and I'm really excited about a lot of the changes I talked about yesterday. So let's hope for the best in this next patch. Thumbs the video up if you liked it. Thumbs it down if you didn't. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.